on WCIA 3 News.
The holiday season is about spending time with loved ones, how first responders are spending their Christmas to make sure yours is a safe and healthy one. Plus, how the city of Champaign's employees are doing their part to make the community better this holiday season. And a Paxton church normally gives out 20 meals each Christmas. We'll share how many more meals they delivered this year instead.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
It is difficult at times. You do miss out on certain things that you can't get back, but it's a give and take in the situation.
Because of the pandemic, more people this year are spending Christmas away from their families. Good evening, I'm Jen Lask. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. First responders are used to spending the holidays away from their loved ones, but they say this year being away is just a little more difficult. WCIA 3's Jared Farmer is live in the newsroom. And Jared, tell us how some first responders in town will be celebrating today.
Jen, I spoke with Fire Lieutenant Todd Anderson, who tells me while sometimes it can be saddening, it is also rewarding to be able to serve on this Christmas. He says their usual Christmas sees less emergency calls being made to the department and no training for the day either. Anderson says as you get used to not having Christmas Day off, you learn to enjoy the season of Christmas a whole lot more. He told me being able to make sure everyone else is having a safe and danger-free holiday is an honor and privilege.
We love the job. We have a family here that we do get to celebrate with, and a lot of families aren't able to get together. So I, for one, am thankful that I can get together with my Champaign Fire family.
Anderson says after a tough year, he's thankful to still be doing what he loves the most. He also says there are a lot of people who won't be seeing their families this year because of the pandemic and wanted to especially wish them a Merry Christmas and is hopeful for a prosperous 2021. Jen?
Aren't we all? All right, Jared, thank you. The Champaign Fire Department responded to a garage fire early this morning. It happened near South Willis and West Union Street in a detached single-car garage. Firefighters were able to stop it from spreading, but they still don't know what caused the fire. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Springfield police say a teenager was shot in the parking lot of a Walmart on Christmas Eve. It happened just before 6 at the Walmart Supercenter on Freedom Drive. Our partners at the State Journal-Register report the 17-year-old girl is from Jacksonville. She's expected to survive. The store was briefly locked down. There's no word yet on what caused the shooting. It happened across the street from the scene of a fatal shooting outside a Wendy's back on December 10th. Turning to the latest COVID-19 numbers in Illinois, public health officials announced 5,742 new cases of COVID-19 today, including 156 more deaths. The preliminary 7-day statewide positivity rate for cases is now 7.1%. 4,352 people spent Christmas Eve in the hospital. Of those, 928 were in the ICU and 538 patients were on ventilators. Champaign County charities are getting a boost this year, and that's thanks to the City of Champaign's employees. Collectively, they donated just more than $100,000. It's around $4,000 more than last year. That money goes to either United Way or one of the 750 charities that it supports. One surprise about the totals? The money is from 140 employees. That's about 45 fewer people than those who donated last year. When some red kettles fell silent due to coronavirus this year, the Salvation Army's need increased even more. The organization is reporting a financial hit as the year ends. That's due in part to a shortage of volunteers and in-person donations. Locally, totals on the Champaign County's virtual fund show that they're only 64% to their goal. The goal is $158,000. We've got a link on our website if you'd like to make donations. Roughly 100 families will have hot Christmas meals tonight, thanks to the kindness of a Paxton church. Covenant Church gives back to the community each year, and they're sending out meals with ham, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, gravy, dinner rolls, and cookies. I'm getting hungry just reading this. They'll be delivering to homes not only in Paxton, but also Buckley, Loda, Gibson City, Fisher, and Rantoul. The church normally gives out around 20 meals each year, but that's not the case this time around.
This year we've got almost 100 meals to deliver and people to pick up, so we can't do dine-in, but we know there are a lot of displaced people, a lot of people in quarantine, and we're not supposed to be traveling anywhere, so we wanted to make sure we still offered a hot meal for people on Christmas.
This is the 6th year the church has given away meals. Many people would like to catch up with their loved ones right now, but of course the coronavirus has made that difficult. That's especially true for people in assisted living homes. Well, one woman decided to take on that challenge herself. She came up with the idea of these visiting booths at Windsor Court. They have a separate entrance for visitors and separate air supply, but they let residents see and talk to visitors.
We see the residents every day, 3 times a day, because we have to deliver their meals. And, you know, it just seemed like they need to, it's Christmas time, and I felt like they needed to personally see their loved ones.
If you want to try it out, you'll need to book a spot. They're already full for today, but they are free at other times. A group of soldiers from central Illinois are on a mission in western Ukraine. Even though they're across the world and away from their families, they're embracing the holiday spirit. The group is called Task Force Illini with the 33rd Infantry Brigade Combat Team based in Urbana. They're on a mission to help develop a combat training center in western Ukraine, and they're helping with the country's acceptance into NATO, and they've been away from home for months.
Hello, my name is Corporal Jacob Vonneberg. I'm currently deployed to Ukraine. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to my mom and dad. Love you guys. I'll be home soon.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Alan Lott, deployed to Lviv, Ukraine, and I just want to tell my friends and family Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Task Force Illini is set to return home in May. Well, are you looking for a beautiful holiday lights display to check out with your family this weekend? How about Light Up the Park in Chatham? It's nearly a mile of lights and holiday displays at the community park, and it runs from 6 to 8 p.m. Organizers suggest a $5 donation, which would benefit Chatham Friends of the Parks.
It costs quite a bit to run this, and so the lot goes to that, but then the rest of it we put back into the parks. And hopefully we hope to be able to fund a new dog park out of the receipts that we get this year out of this.
The last night to go is this Sunday. This is the 8th year for the light show. Our parent company, Nexstar Media Group, has reached a multi-year distribution deal with Dish Network. All 164 local stations across the country and WGN America are now back on Dish's programming lineup. Our stations had been off the satellite system since December 2nd. Coming up on WCIA 3 News, how Illini basketball players are spending the holidays. Plus, we'll give you a look at how an Illinois couple is keeping a Christmas tradition alive in the midst of a pandemic. And for anyone who's going to be, out driving tonight, maybe to go somewhere for a Christmas dinner, what can we expect?
You know, the weather tonight will be just fine. Really today, though, was quite cold for Christmas. In fact, the average temperature today, we got only up to 20 out there. Our average this time of year should be in the middle 30s. It will go down with the 12th coldest high temperature. Nowhere near, though, 1983. We got down to negative 15 out there. We are done with the bitter cold temperatures here in central Illinois for a while, but some active weather is on the way. I'll tell you about that coming up after this.
WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Asgrow DeKalb Seed.
It takes more than willpower to change a behavior. HRC provides support and opportunities for those facing challenges, improving quality of life, rethinking what's possible. For 50 years, HRC has helped the people of Edgar and Clark counties. We are here to help you.